interesting. So, do you mind telling us about the current executive and the achievements?
Okay, we are the current executive, and so far we've been able to navigate through a lot of hurdles to bring the association to the limelight. Just as you can see, we've achieved a lot. We've been able to activate chapters. Just currently we have over 6 chapters. We have over 6 chapters in all the states. So we've achieved a lot. We've activated the welfare package. Okay. We activated the welfare package in the association, and then we've done so much actually. Okay. We've done so much, both collectively and individually.
Now, apart from integrating the students, which you said, educating them before they're being integrated into the society, is this like a medium to give back to the school?
Yes, we've carried out a lot of projects.
Okay.
Yeah, in the school. Currently, we still have other projects we intend executing for our homecoming.
Okay. Yeah. So, this current administration, what are your key agendas, or are you towing the lane of the past administration in terms of projects and projects being carried out? What are your focus? What do you achieve? What do you aim to achieve as the present and current executives?
Okay. First and foremost, we intend to achieve a more conducive learning environment for the students. Okay. The main focus is for us to give back to the school, and in giving back to the school also, we don't neglect ourselves. Okay. Which is why we've always embarked on welfare. We've always embarked on our old students' welfare. Okay. And then we'll have some other projects we've been executing, and we've executed a basketball court, okay, long tennis courts. We provided the students with sports equipment in the last homecoming. Renovation of, currently we are embarking on renovation of the boys hostel.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, we're renovating the boys hostel, the toiletries. The toiletries in the boys hostel, we are currently embarking on the renovation. And also we have a big program that is coming up in a few months' time, which is our September, our reunion, and also 30 years anniversary for the school.
Okay, I think that should be a very planned homecoming.
Yes,
Do you mind telling us a bit about it?
Okay, let me allow the PRO to speak.
All right. The PRO, National PRO of the association, the homecoming, which we plan to hold on September, a whole lot is being put into it, because we want a situation whereby all the old students of Federal Government College of Okposi, so far as you pass through FGC Okposi, will come together, unite together, understand, and give back to our school, and also give the students in the school a sense of belonging, that we just don't end like you just don't end in school. Okay. We also meet after school and unite each other together. Do you understand? Yeah. So a lot have been going on. We have also started publicity in all aspects, in all angles. Like, this is one of it, to actually sensitize our members on the forthcoming homecoming. It's going to be a massive one.
Okay, there's this belief that once you leave a place, nothing concerns you about that place. Yeah. And I want to ask, what are the advantages of belonging and participating in an alumni? From your, anybody could answer?
Okay, let me take that. First and foremost, when you're a member of the alumni, we'll turn out for you, both in good and bad times.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a track record of assisting our members undergo major surgeries like kidney transplant and the rest of them.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. We also turn out for our members, just like last weekend, I was in Owerri. One of our old students is celebrating his new house. New house rather, so okay. We are there on Sunday precisely. So being a member of the advantages of belonging to our association or identifying with us cannot be overemphasized.
Let me cut short a bit. There's this video I saw of a homecoming, a comedy skit, and then one of the things I saw there was, it was like people came to showcase their status after leaving school. So people they want to know how far you fared, what you're doing currently, if you're rich or you're poor. So and then these are one of the reasons that make people shy away from such alumni associations. How have you the current executive been able to balance that to let other members know that this is not a showcase association, is a place where we come together as alumni to put heads together to move forward this association?
Well, I think in FGC Okposi we have a track record. We don't front. Just like, was it last year? Last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken, last year, the UK and I chapter, we did a sensitization program and we gave our scholarships to students. What we do is we show our worth by how much we impact the students. We don't come to front.
Okay.
We show if you feel you have the money, you spend it on the school and you will see it. That's how we front.
Are your focus?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Not just the students, our also old student members too.
Okay. Let me come in. The association is built on a tripod stand. It's standing on 3 legs. One is you have the alma mater, where we finished from, where we all finished from. Like here's my set, finished in 2001. The first set was actually 2000. So we need to constantly put in effort, material effort, time, energy to build that alma mater.
Okay.
Because when you look at government resources per se, it is scarce. So you find out that Federal Government College is also known as Unity Schools. You find out now that the resources being allocated to the school is barely enough to take care of both the students and the infrastructural development of the school. So that is where our alumni comes in now. From time to time, we'll carry out developmental projects in the school, give out scholarship. Okay. We do what I would term checks and balance, ensuring that all goes well, because the quality of education, like 25 years ago when we finished, was very high. And now that we're out and we are doing so well in the society, it will be a disservice to the students if we don't put in effort to ensure that they also have that quality education that we had.
Okay.
Because while the system continues to be disturbed by the peculiarities we find in our society, there are also things that we treasure. Then you now talk about the welfare of members of the association. That is why we have chapters. Lagos, Abuja, Owerri,
Aba,
Anambra, Aba, Port Harcourt,
Uyo,
Enugu, and
Asaba.
Abakaliki. We have chapters everywhere. So we also encourage our members, wherever they are, they should identify with a chapter. There are beautiful things that come with identifying with your chapter. One is leveraging on contacts.
Okay.
We have seasoned doctors, seasoned lawyers. Like I'm an advertising practitioner.
Okay.
And the set gap now is about 25, 26 years. So when we come together, we have a platform now where you have sets as high as 2,000 sets, and set as low as 2024. Is a 25 years window, but it also creates about that integration, job opportunities, career opportunities. You have mentors who you look up to, and on the third tripod stand is we need to build ourselves. Okay. We encourage ourselves. You mentioned about showing of reunions. I think you see those ones mostly in movies, but for us it's not that way, because even our own reunions are held in the school.
Okay.
So that we'll bring development closer to the school.
I believe some students of the school would or should be or would later watch see this interview, what would be your message, perhaps round off, to these students, saying that you are keen on mentoring them as well?
They know we are mentoring them. The message is for them to come on board. The association is open for everybody. It's our association. That's why our slogan is "We are all we've got."
Okay.
Yes, so they are welcome to come in and benefit from the association.
All right. Now, one last question I would love to ask you, that you mentioned you are trying to get into the education sector. Let me ask: do you think there is need for the government to put more funds into the education sector in this country?
The problem is you need to take it back to what is the amount of resources available to government.
Okay.
You know, as time goes by, you see that even the cost of education, the cost of tuition is going up, but the quality of education is dropping, which is a major problem. So there are other several sectors which I know, when we want to draw a budget as a country, they are competing. You talk about defense, you cannot do away with defense. You talk about health, you know, there will be that argument that your security should come first before education.
Okay.
There should be that argument that your health should come first before education. So those are the challenges, but with that in place, it simply requires a frugal, purposeful government to know that education is power.
Right.
Education is key. Like I read in the news that because of Ramadan, some schools were shut. And it's totally absurd when you have between 10 to 15 million out of school students in the northern part of Nigeria. Okay. Why are you shutting down the schools? So the sector needs much more funding.
All right, I will hold your line on that. Mr. Lebari, final thought, and what's your take on funding into the education sector?
Yeah, I think United Nations, UNESCO recommended 13% of the nation's budget for education. And Nigeria has fallen below that for a long time. And we agree with me that our educational system is on the nosedive. So the nosedive, like what my brother has said, the quality of education that were in operation 25 years back is not what we are having today. So it's time for government, just like what we were talking about before we went on break, what some of you is doing in Lagos State now. I remember what Amici tried to do in university before. I was surprised when one of the schools, the one at Akpo, Degemahia, was used for JAM CBT based test. When I entered the place, I was shocked at the level of facilities that were in there. So it's high time that we take education, because without education, our heads, we can't do anything about it. Our security, I think I was saying it, our security architecture is bent on education, our health system is bent, our mental health also, everything about us, and education is awareness.
Okay. All right.
So,
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because of time, I have to cut it short. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on the show this morning. It was a pleasure having you from the Okposi
Federal Government College. You always use that
Federal Government College, Okposi Old Students Association. Yes, yes.
For being on the show. And this is where we draw the curtain on this episode of 18 Saturday. And before we go, okay, I've thanked my guests. I've appreciated my guests for being on the show. So thank you for joining me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.